What's good? Just back with another video after so long. I tried to post a video yesterday, but I got a copyright strike for it. TV Tokyo, some footage. Hey, sometimes it is what it is. But what I said was, I was talking about the Shin arc and the Naruto sequel. Actually it's more of a trilogy now that I think about it. Naruto Shippuden, and Boruto. I mean, one's a next gen sequel, but still, I digress. Anyway, the dub premiered last weekend, and the basic rundown is a new generation coming into their own. It was a subplot in the original run, but now it's the main focus. So, the sub has been going on for a week. And I'm pretty sure the premiere said it best, so I doubt I'll spoil it. My hands might as well just now. You spend the next 50 episodes doing prequel novelization, and the subplot for each individual one is actually portraying the main protagonist to be a good person. When in reality, he's a spoiled brat, he's an arrogant brat, desperate to get out of his father's shadow, and he does it by the most convenient means possible, and subconsciously allows himself to throw everyone under the bus and meet his own ends. Like in one instance, some innovative ninja tool technology was gonna get stolen. Okay, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to y'all. There are dub watchers, English watchers. I'm not gonna do it to you. It's just every long established series has those transition episodes that lay out the tale. It's not filler. Filler is just anime exclusive nonsense. Transition episodes actually have a benefit to them. Well, technically, if you ask me, they can send in 30. But that's really if you try to cram everybody. But I digress. Anyway, as I was saying, diving in the Starlight Spring. That's pretty much the novel this is based on. And this was one of Orochimaru's experiments who broke out years prior and claiming to be a member of the Uchiha clan. When in fact, he was just one of Orochimaru's experiments who had great genetic capabilities. Had multiple Sharingans all over his body. He was kind of one of the prototypes of Danzo's Sharingan army, if you really think about it. I mean, his mind was practically fractured, and the only thing he could cling to was the message of Itachi and the belief of the greater good. That's if you take the novel and art in context. This even led to a subplot in the story was even a misdirect of the daughter of Sasuke Uchiha, Sarada, and her mother, whether Sasuke was intimate with Karin. And just, basically, the whole thing's a big misunderstanding. Sarada's a total priss and actually learns from the experience. And is pretty much taught no jutsu by Naruto and strives to be a better person. That's pretty much it. And it actually pretty much makes Boruto's setting narrative all the more incompetent. If he wasn't just a prideful little shit, stopped by the office and actually talked things out with his dad, the entire setting for Boruto Naruto the movie could have been completely prevented. If he actually put his pride aside and actually talked things out with his dad. I will admit it's a forced plot thread because it's giving Naruto one last story arc before he loses his relevance as the main protagonist. I wouldn't have done it because the whole distant father trope with Toei and Shonen is in poor taste, but it kind of works here. It's more of a meta reference to how Kishimoto, the creator, was so caught up on the series that he neglected his sons, at least in the way a father should. So it's more of a meta reference than it is a plot thread. But still, Boruto's insecurities finally gets the better of him, and he's duped into doing something stupid, which is actually using the ninja tool during the exams. Now, the anime alters the events to where Boruto has a chance to actually ditch the Kote and take a dive. Losing the match, and then just ditch the Kote when no one's looking during the closing ceremony, and then just ditch the Kote when no one's looking. But he chooses not to go through with it. Instead, he pops a high-tier jutsu scroll. I'm not going to say which one it was, because again, the dub, and this is like 50 episodes down the line, so I'm not going to be a dick. And he gets caught. He gets caught by Naruto, even though the fact that, if you count, because you all saw the movie, so you pretty much know. If you really think about it, Boruto really should have got exposed during the capture the flag round, because him taking the defensive position, that was a dead giveaway. Given the defensive position, that was a dead... God, I'm repeating myself. Shit. But, anyway, long story short, this whole thing further adds to Boruto's hypocrisy. Sure, Sarada gets some shine and gets some development, but it's just there to tell Naruto's side of the story within the meta-narrative. That's really all it's there for, in the grand scheme of things. But there's really one misunderstanding. I mean, is Sasuke's brother really the Itachi Shin was referencing? But let me break this down. Sarada is Sakura's daughter, period. Lest so you don't confuse that shit when you actually react to this video. So, what if, well, if you go by the manga, there's no way this could consensually happen because we had that, the history of the shinobi from Hashirama and Tobirama, and then Sasuke chose to contribute in the war like right after. But there is a bit of a transition in between scenes, most of which occurs off panel. So during that thread, Orochimaru could plan something, because come on, Kaine's attraction towards Sasuke was immensely obvious. So Orochimaru could have meddled a little bit, casted a genjutsu. I mean, I'm just saying an example, because the alternative is a bit crude. Fuck it, I'll say it. The alternative is no one wants to die a fucking virgin, so they fucked on the way to the battlefield. Like, what more do you want from me? I tried to be clean, but hey, you're not gonna get what the fuck I'm talking about if I don't. But, and this could have led to a child before Sarada named Itachi. And he uses his uncle's namesake, to stay in the shadows and not really, so no one really knows it's him. He was used as Orochimaru's guinea pig for most of his childhood, and this would also tie into the creation of Mitsuki and Log, and the stability of their genetics. And then Itachi breaks out with Shin and To, and then they help build the Shin Uchiha clones, and then they go off grid for, let's say, 5 years. Then Itachi unleashes Shin against Sasuke and Naruto to test Sarada's potential. Now, to make the overall conflict, he does order Shin to hold back. But because Shin has a tendency of being overzealous. Because if you read the story or heard about it, Shin has a tendency of being overzealous with his bloodlust, especially with his Kenken Genkai, which is weapon manipulation. And even then, he would have the Shin Uchiha clones to use for spare parts. So, I mean, him holding back a little bit, come on. Because if you have the Mangekyo Sharingan, you have the Susanoo. Kind of obvious Shin was holding back, at least to an extent. I mean, I'm not trying to shaft Sakura some love because she definitely got a highlight in that story arc. I'm not denouncing it, but other than some taijutsu prowess, she really didn't do anything. And even then, it was strength based. Sorry, I had a crick in my neck. Oh, I think I got it. But say this Itachi Uzumaki actually existed. How strong would he be? Lowball, I would say 3rd Temple to Mangekyo Sharingan. I'm not going to make him no high tier Renegon shit. Because, no. I mean, you actually have to develop that kind of prowess. Sure, you can be a natural talent, but prowess at that caliber has to be developed. And Itachi could be used as an obstacle for Sarada to overcome. This is just a little idea I wanted to get out of my chest. I literally just got out of class. So I wanted to have this done yesterday, but my original video got a copyright strike and I had to clear that up. So, yeah, one of those days. So this is just a more personal take on that video. So, should I wrap this up? Oh yeah, shout out to Eternal Hokage and Barra B for inspiration for this video. And you know what, I'm gonna keep going just a little bit longer. So this Itachi would have been on his own, killing to survive, survival of the fittest, with only Shin as company. And this Itachi would be about 15 years old by the events of Boruto Naruto the movie, which is a few months after the novel takes place. So, a 15-year-old with a third Temple to Mangekyo Sharingan. Hell, all he has to do is raid Orochimaru's hideout, steal one of the old Sharingan eyes somewhere in storage, get them transplanted into a socket, and then he could have the Eternal Mangekyo. Or he could be super hacks. But this Itachi wouldn't be a warmonger or rely solely on brute strength. This Itachi would take mostly after Karin, intelligent, cunning, more of a sensory type, always willing to sense what's around her before jumping the gun and pick a fight. This would actually make him a very dangerous intellect, because he could use his raw power if he really wanted, and stomp out just about anyone with only Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, to an extent Konohamaru, and maybe, after much difficulty and a right amount of prowess, and maybe Sakura taking him on. But you have to actually outsmart him. And he could be... No, I'm not going to go into manga spoilers. But yeah, this Itachi would be a great obstacle for Sarada to overcome, as well as to solidify Shin at least a bit more as a villain. Not to mention the theme of the sins of the father shall be visited upon the son. So, just a little something something. Again, I wanted to have this done yesterday, but again, TV Tokyo copyright striked me for footage. So I had to go ahead and do this again. And like I said, I'm not really popular. I'm not really popular. I'm just doing this just for the sake of it. So, yeah, shout out to Eternal Hokage and Barra B, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.